Hi, I'm Lorraine and welcome to my channel. Now just before I dive in there and pull your cards for today, I just like to say I am an experienced and professional holistic and spiritual counsellor and mentor, and I offer 100% money back guarantee for image readings and tarot readings, also the programs, as well as spiritual and holistic, thank you, counselling and mentoring, plus advice to help you with union with self and union with your person. Just check the details in the description box below this video for more information. So let's go, let's do this. Let's see what messages the cards have for you for both you and your person's love journey this far. Messages for the collective. Messages. All right, let's go. So you were coming in with the Empress, and you were also coming in with the Tower card here. You're coming in with Cancer here, guys. You're also coming in with Aries with the Tower, Aries and Scorpio here. You're also coming in with Taurus, the Empress, Taurus, Libra and Cancer is what I'm picking up here. All right. You're also coming in with Aquarius. So a lot going on here, guys, in your reading. Yeah. What I get with those two cards, alright guys, it comes in as straight up here, leaving a situation. But even though you've left a situation here, what your cards are saying here, it comes in as, well, there are still things here that need to be worked on or worked through from a past situation, the situation that you've just left. Even though you've walked away from it here, now's not a time here in your reading. What it's saying here, guys, to think to yourself that it's over. It is over here, guys, in the physical, all right, in your everyday life. That one step has kind of changed what you're doing in your everyday life, is what I want to say. However, there are still things that are going on here in your reading in terms of your emotions, your feelings here, okay, even your thoughts and the way that you are thinking here. You could move to the other end of the world, all right? But the way that you're feeling at this point in time here, you're going to take that over there. And you could be aware of that here, guys. And so what it talks about there is that part of this ending, this cycle that you're ending out here, there is still more to deal with. There are things that need to be sorted. That's what I'm picking up. And that sorting here, guys, is actually yourself, is what it's saying here. You are coming in with self-confidence here, building your self-confidence up again, your self-worth here, really focusing on you. And the best way to do that is, and you may not want to because of what you've come away from and not wanting to deal with that, but what it talks about there is that, well, it's the best way to come in with the rebirth here. Then the rebirth can happen here, guys. The rebirth is not just going to the other end of the country or the other end of the world. That's not a rebirth in its entirety here. It's only a small part of your rebirth, of your transformation here. But I do want to pull more cards here, guys. Alright, so you were coming in with the Seven of Swords. You were coming in with the Five of Pentacles, the Hierophant guy, and you were also coming in with the Two of Cups. The obstacle and the challenge here. Chariot card is coming in with a Cancer. You were also coming in with Saggy, alright. Now you were coming in with Taurus and also Capricorn here. Okay. Okay, so what I'm picking up here in your reading, it's there's a lot of regret here from this Hierophant guy that they didn't take an opportunity here. And the opportunity here in your reading is the Two of Cups, is what I'm getting. Now, what it can tell me here in your reading is that coming in with the Empress, the Queen of Cups here, your person, as they say, put you in a third-party situation. This is one way in which they can say it here, how people say it. But what it talks about there in your reading, and what I'm picking up, is that you were already with your person. You were already with this Hierophant guy. And this Hierophant guy, your person, or however it's coming in, this person this person has fallen in love here. And that really annoys you, is what I'm getting. Annoys you, it's more than that here. There could be arguments happening here and fighting going on. See, it comes in as there is arguments happening here with the Tower card, the Six of Wands. And you may have given this Hierophant a ultimatum here, a choice. You do see the Two of Cups here in your reading, okay guys, you do see it as an obstacle and a challenge. And it is an obstacle and a challenge for the Hierophant. This is something else I'm picking up. But this Hierophant hasn't let it go. And that's really pissing you off here. That's what I'm getting here, guys, to be straight up with you. And so what it's also talking about here in your reading, it's coming in as it's hard to keep the relationship going, the relationship with your person here, if they are wanting somebody else. And that's exactly what's going on. And so what it also tells me here in your reading is that you've taken certain steps here to, I don't know if you're going to allow your person, this Hierophant guy, to think about what they are wanting to do, or you've taken a step here to figure things out for yourself. But there is an element of trying to control the situation here. I do get that you don't want to let go of this Hierophant here. But what it also tells me here in your reading is that what it comes in as here, guys, is how do I rekindle, respark, reignite these feelings of love that me and the Hierophant once had here. And it does come in as taking certain steps to remind this person, the Hierophant here, okay, But what it also talks about here in your reading, it's coming in as, well, what I pick up here is that it's coming in as doing or taking certain actions here that hurt each other, that you both hurt each other here. I need to pull some more cards here, guys. It comes in as, here guys, it comes in as dealing with a situation here. What I'm picking up, all right, is dealing with a situation where your person is in love with somebody else, straight up here. You're still coming in with Cancer, with your cups on the board. You're also coming in with Capricorn here. And you're also coming in with Aries here, guys. There's a fear here in your reading. There's a fear element here. There's a lot to be said. Your cards are saying you're taking action here purely based on an emotion. Your thoughts are consumed here by your emotions and your feelings. So what I get here in your reading is that's what you're bringing into your reality. Coming in with the Moon card, coming in with the Four of Cups. See, it tells me here in your reading is that your person actually has choices. That's what I'm getting. Now, you may have been aware that your person had choices, okay, that your person made choices and went in another direction here, because what your reading is also telling me here is that you too had choices. It's coming in that way. This is actually coming in as an open relationship here. But however, the dynamic has changed here in your reading, where this has become quite serious here, because this Hierophant guy has fallen in love, and that's what it's talking about here. See, what I get here in your reading, looking at your cards here on the board, it's coming in as for both you and the Hierophant guy, for the Empress, the Queen of Cups and the Hierophant guy. It was okay to have an open relationship here, in a sense, because that's how it's coming in with both you and this person. You and the Hierophant, you have had an open relationship where you've been able to go out with people and your person's been able to go out with people. However, you've both still stayed committed to each other for certain reasons here. Okay, now something has happened, is what I'm getting. There is some kind of change, some kind of change that has happened, and the change that has happened here is the other person. See, what it tells me here in your reading, for both you and your person, it had to do with something quite physical. This is why you both had this is why your relationship was open. You were open to other people, and it had to do with physical, being physical here, guys. Yeah, it was never about love, is what I'm getting. Because what it tells me here in your reading is that both you, the Queen of Cups, the Empress, and the Hierophant guy here, you both have been through neglect, abandonment, and rejection. You both have suffered a past painful and hurtful memory here. And I get that you're both well aware of that, but how you dealt with it here, guys, was to go towards other people, yet stay in a relationship is what it's talking about. Now, potentially here in your reading, what it talks about there is that over time, both you and your person have become quite distant from each other, hence why, the Eight of Cups, hence why you want to reignite here. Rekindle is what it talks about here, guys. Your guys' passion and desire and love that you once had in the beginning. So how do I recreate that? How do I get that back? Here. Now, what your reading is also talking about here is I want to do that. I don't, because you don't actually here, coming in with the Queen of Cups and the Empress, and you are also coming in with the Six of Wands, you don't really want to let go of this person. You don't really want to walk away from this person. So there is some kind of hidden agenda here or intention here in your reading, but that intention here is to try and control the Hierophant. That's what I'm getting, as well as trying to control how you see things and how you feel as well here. All right. I do get here in your reading that there is a lot of arguing that is happening here. See, what it also talks about here in your reading, coming in with the Hierophant guy. Now, you take what what applies for you is that the communication isn't as open and honest as it used to be here. What I get here in your reading with the Hierophant guy, it's just short, if nothing at all here, coming in with the Five of Pentacles here. And what it talks about there in your reading is that you see certain changes. You are well aware of the changes that this Hierophant guy has been going through here, because it comes in as there is somebody else on their mind. It's coming in that way. See, what your reading is saying here is that I do get tit for tat here, guys, trying to piss each other off, but that's not what's happening with your person, with the Hierophant guy. That's not what it's about for them here. That's what I'm getting. All right, let me pull a card here. There it is, the Three of Cups. See, it does tell me here in your reading. So, you know, once again, my advice to you would be to book an image reading with me, as I'm not just a tarot reader here. There is a lot to be said when you're coming in with the Three of Cups here. You are coming in with patterns and habits here, guys, that definitely need to be addressed. Okay, this is serious business. This is serious stuff here, guys. All right, this is a turning point. Changes need to come in. Changes need to happen. Either way, it's not about your person changing. How can I get here, that's what you're wanting to do, and the actions that you're taking at this time is to change here, but get your person to change. That's not going to happen. The only way changes can come in, if you are wanting changes here, it's got to start with yourself first. All right? Okay? I am going to leave it there. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your video. Thank you for your reading. Whew. And I'll catch you later. Bye.